Mm. Hello, good evening, everyone. Please kindly use the attendance sheet and take your attendance. And we can also start by maybe introducing ourselves and say hi to one another. I will start by myself and say, my name is Caleb. So we can do like that while we are taking attendance and waiting for others to join, so that it will not look as if we have not started. So take your attendance sheet has been dropped already. Take your attendance and then you can say hi to the house and call your name. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Good evening, sir. Good evening, everyone.
Please, we want others to introduce themselves. I think Esther just spoke. Esther, though you didn't call your name, but if other people can follow suit, introduce themselves, greet the house, then take the attendance. The form has been dropped already. So we can do that while we wait for full start, please, so that the house will not be boring. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Naomi.
You're welcome, Naomi. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon.
Good evening, Mr. Dotun.
Good evening. I'm sorry I had quite some technical things today. So, should I just go on? Because I met the team at a quiet area.
Yes, you can go on, sir. You can go on. We have been waiting.
I apologize. Normally, I am in my class before the class starts. Sorry. Okay, so good evening once again, everyone. And I want us to, can we take a quick recap of last class? Still, we have only 16 attendees today. I thought we were going to have a better class, a bigger class today. But while we prepare for that, can two people tell us what they learned from the last class very quickly? Two people who were in the last class, tell us what they learned in the last class. Anybody? Then I think the sign language should be okay. I think it's on. Hello, two people from the last class. Can we have Favor on Yi? Favor, were you in the last class? Okay. Madam Funke, is any of the hearing impaired?
Hello, Madam Funke. You are not on video yet. Okay, please.
Okay, great.
Okay.
So anybody wants to say what they learned from the last class? Favor? Favor, can you tell us what you learned from the last class? Favor Oyi? Hello, Favor. Okay, if you're not hearing from Favor, then let's take Nena Opara. Nena, would you like to speak to us? Hello, Nena.
Hello, good evening.
Okay, Favor. Great. Favor, let's hear from you. Great. Please go ahead, Favor.
Okay, actually, the network didn't allow me to participate yesterday.
Favor, so you didn't hear anything yesterday, Favor?
No, it keeps logging me in and out. I even complained to the one of the coordinator. He said the same thing is happening.
Oh, okay. Okay. Favor, you're welcome today. Okay, so let's see if Vivian, there's Vivian Ngoka. Vivian, were you in the class yesterday? On Saturday? Can you tell us what you learned? Hello, Vivian. Oh,
Can I talk? Can I talk? Can I say what I learned?
okay. Yeah, please go on. Please tell us, introduce yourself, and then please go on. Great.
Okay, my name is Esther Isaac Chidera.
Okay.
Last week Saturday, I learned so many things, but the only thing that struck to my head is that 20% of Nigerian women have disability, and 90% live below $1.90 per day, which is very, very bad. And women are highly vulnerable. The height of stigmatization, social exclusive, and limitation that women face really, really affect us to grow economically. So, and women with disability in Nigeria, we face a lot of barriers to earn employment. And that's the reason for this project, to enable us go fully into employment in order to help ourselves and to also help our family. Thank you. That's the little one that I grabbed.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. And you were able to bring a lot of statistics there from the different presentations. Well done. And yeah, very great. Yeah, okay. So any other person, I think that's Isaac Estachidera, right? Any other
Yes, sir.
person yeah, wants to speak to the last class? Okay. In the absence of any other, I will be asking those who were asked to share their vision to present their visions. Okay? Because we had two people who we asked them to share their visions. I think four people. Is there anybody that wants to present his vision? One already sent his vision. Any of you willing to present his vision? You put it on a sheet of paper. And okay, Queen Christopher, over to you.
Okay, good evening, house. I remember my humble self, Christopher Queen. Um, before I go on, I just want to ask: do I need to read it through, or I should put it on the platform, or I should? I don't know. Is it that I will share it or I'll read it out? How will I do it, sir?
You can go ahead to read it for us, and then we would all learn from you.
Okay. 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 Let me see if I can put it on the comment section, and then so that everybody can go with it. Okay. Or sir, can you give me some time to bring it out from my phone then?
Yeah, please do. Please do. So while you do that, let me share my presentation.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So, and this is immediately we listen to this presentation, we're all going to go into what we call the exercise 2, what inspires me. Okay. So for these people that are sharing their vision, we're going to ask them, what are their inspirations? What inspirations about what you value most? What touches you? What inspires you? You know, what are your interests? What do you love doing? What are you curious about? And who are your role models? Who are the people you admire? Okay. Sorry. Now, these questions, the answers to these questions are going to help us to identify your preferences. Will help these questions help you generally to decide what kind of new business you should start. So while the Queen presents a vision, let all of us begin to think about it. What are our inspirations? What are our interests? Who are our role models? Now, I want to ask you this set of questions about your inspiration. How does it matter to business? Is it not business we're here to learn? What is it about? Who are your role models? Who can tell us how does this discussion we're having, how does it matter to business? Anybody? What's the relevance to business? Naomi, what do you think? Naomi?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so tell me, what do you think? All these questions, how does it matter to business?
Okay. Okay, firstly, to me, what inspires me is as if a question that someone needs to ask before.
Yeah, please go on. We're hearing you, Naomi. Hello, Naomi. Hello, Naomi. Okay, I think the network is not helping out here. Okay, so let's have Janet. Janet, tell us. This whole set of questions we're asking, how does it matter to business? Hello, Janet. Janet Alabede. Hello, Janet.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Yes, good evening, Janet.
Good evening, everyone.
Yes.
Okay, I think this question, how it relates to us, as in what are our inspiration. our interests, our role models. I think they relate to us, especially in the aspect of who your role model is very important, because as an entrepreneur, if you have a role model that is successful, the person too will be able to teach you the techniques on how to go about your own business too, to be successful. I think that's the way it matters to us. And our interest too, what we love doing, will also go a long way to help us to achieve a lot, because if it is something you have interest to, you don't need any push to do it. It's already your interest. I think that's what I have to say.
Thank you so much, Janet. Thank you so much, Janet. Yeah, anybody wants to speak to what Janet has said? And Janet has given us very brilliant insights. If it's something is your passion, you don't need, you just find it easy to wake up and do it. If you are doing a job, if you're working with an organization and you're not enjoying it, you wake up and on Monday and you wish the weekend can be longer, you can manage. But if you're an entrepreneur and you're not enjoying it, oh man, it will be very challenging. Okay, because the entrepreneurship journey itself is challenging. If you're not doing what is interesting as an entrepreneur, it makes it very difficult for you to succeed. So from day one, it's important for entrepreneurs to walk along in their interest, what they enjoy doing. Okay, so an entrepreneur is somebody who can identify what he enjoys doing, and is able to find a way of making money from it in a sustainable way. And that is why it is easy for you to be an entrepreneur. Okay, so let's have Queen. Queen, we are still waiting on you. Are you ready for us now? Hello, Queen. We're waiting on you before going into other discussions of the class. Hello, Queen.
Uh, yes, sir.
So, Alpha, are you ready with your
Okay.
with your vision?
Um. Okay. Um. Yes, I will read it through.
Please go ahead.
Because I was trying to send in the slide on the on our call, but it's like it's bringing it half. So I'll just go through what I made at the slide on my phone. I started by putting in my name and all of that. Then I now said empower her initiative with women with disability. Team, my vision for the next few years. Highlight. As a woman with disability, a farmer and an entrepreneur in agriculture and tech, I see myself in few years to come as a great farmer, feeding not only my community state but also making my impact felt across the nations. I am committed to transferring knowledge to young generation, especially women and girls with disability, by teaching them how to keep daily financial record, monitoring their business profit and losses efficiently. Point one, entrepreneur growth. Establish a thrived aquaculture business, becoming an employer of labor providing food supply to the community, state and beyond, reaching international market. 2. Tech and innovation. Expand into tech industry, promote technology adaptation, make agriculture and tech improving productive profit and profitability. 3. Inclusion and empowerment. Train and mentor persons with disability (PWDs) in tech, develop training programs and book recording to guide PWDs others in business success. Equip others to understand profit-making strategies and manage losses in business. Goal impact. Build international partnership, create sustainable modes for agriculture tech integration, inspire a new generation for inclusive entrepreneur. In conclusion, my goal is empowering empowered with practical skills that will enable sustainable entrepreneurship and financial independence. Thank you very much. That's what I aspire, and that's what I believe many of my women right there are aspiring to become. Thank you, sir, and God bless you, house.
Fantastic. Can we give her a round of applause where we are? Okay. Fantastic. 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 Now, a vision is like a goal. Have you ever met people on a soccer match, playing a soccer match, but they don't know where exactly their goalpost is? Who can tell me how that soccer match is going to end? There's a soccer match going on, but the signs where goalpost is meant to be, there are really no signs there. So tell me what's going to happen to that soccer match. Okay. Soccer match is going on in a place where there is no goalposts. Who can tell me? Nena, you want to tell me? Nena? With Samsung SMAO55F? Okay. Queen wants to talk about where there is no goalposts. What happens? Okay, Nena is already answering the question. Where there is no goalposts, what happens? Okay, Queen, tell us what happens where there's a soccer match without a goalpost. What happens?
A soccer match without
They
a
will
goal.
just be running about without aim, not knowing where to put the ball.
Okay, who's speaking? Hello? Khadijat, you want to speak
Okay,
about?
Queen Queen
Okay,
is
Queen,
speaking,
Queen,
sir.
okay, go ahead, go ahead.
Okay. A pitch where there's no
I
goal
said
post.
that they will just
It's
be
like
running
somebody.
around, just knowing where the goalpost is. They won't be able to score a goal, and that match will end without anything useful done. That's it.
Okay, good.
Can I speak on now?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay. A pitch where there is no sign of the goalpost. There's nothing to be achieved there because there's nobody that's going to be the winner because the place is going to be head and scatter. Everybody will just be playing around without having a focus. It's just like a car without a driver, so it's heading nowhere, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So that's a business without a vision. So the way you have written your vision now, after a while, you can ask yourself whether you have achieved it or not. And I'm interested, Khadija was sharing something, Madam Madam Funke, she was sharing something while we were trying to also listen to Queen. Madam Funke. Okay. I think Madam Funke is off.
She typed something on the chat box.
Okay, great. So yeah, so a soccer match without goal point is aimless match. That's perpetual. Okay. Perpetual Ada. Okay, Khadija. Okay, I think that Khadija was greeting everyone. Okay, and that's where to go. What a vision does for you. A vision gives you direction. A vision shows you where am I, and you don't have to be rigid about a vision. You can improve on your vision. You could have a vision, a small vision today, and then you can listen to others and then begin to expand your vision. Maybe today your vision probably was maybe to have a small business, and when you're hearing others, you begin to wonder, so I can still do it and make it bigger. Fantastic. Why not? Expand your vision. You don't have to keep your vision small. Okay. But there are certain things that also help you to know the line of business you are supposed to do. One of it, some of it are your inspirations, your interests, and who your role models are. So I'm going to give us about 5 minutes. You're going to talk about these three things: your inspiration, your interest, and your role models. The last time I think we were not able to use the can we try the Madam Chima, Dr. Chima, can we try the whiteboard today? Can the visually impaired use the whiteboard? I think that would be a challenge. But the visually impaired can type into the chat room. So why not type into the chat room your inspirations, your interests, and your role model? And if you're courageous enough to share with us, you can raise your hand and you share with us. If you're not, you can just type it directly on the chat room. Your inspirations, your interests, and your role models. And then if you share with us, we can begin to talk about how it will influence your business decisions. Okay? Who is courageous enough to share with us? Beatrice. Beatrice Phoebe. Miss Musa Amina. Does anybody want to share their inspirations? Isaac. Okay, you want to say something? Naomi. Okay, Naomi. Let's have now Khadija first, then we have Naomi next. Khadija, please, over to you.
My role model is
Okay. Please go ahead, we can hear you.
uh, what I want is to be able to produce organic food.
Okay, go ahead, please, Khadija.
And my role model is Ahiwum Edesina.
Okay, your role model is anyone? Okay.
Ahiwumi Edesina.
Okay. Femi Additional or Wumi Additional. Okay. Talk about your interest. Can you tell us about your interests?
I'm interested in farming.
Farming, exactly.
Field
Why
crops.
are you interested in farming?
I prefer to use organic methods because
Okay.
using chemicals is harmful to human health, even animals and environment. I'm very much interested in organic farming.
Okay. In
That's my
organic
interest.
farming. Okay, amazing, amazing, amazing. So you could see that, okay, Khadija has developed this interest over time in organic farming. So Khadija, if I ask you, this organic farming, do you find it exciting when you are doing it?
Yes.
Absolutely. Very good. Okay. So how quickly do you get tired if you are on your own farm?
Mm. I can work there for long hours without
Okay.
getting tired.
Without getting
Maybe
tired.
from morning till evening.
Yeah.
Just take break to eat and pray. That's all. And when it's
Very good.
dark, I go home.
Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. Very good. And thank you so much for sharing your perspective with us, Khadija. So who was the second person that wanted to share with us? Okay, Naomi. Naomi, over to you.
Okay, maybe once more. My firstly, my inspiration, like what I valued most, like where I got my inspiration from. There was this as a person with albinism or something. Yeah, some person with albinism. There's this time I came in contact with Madame Betsy. So in when during the interactions with her, I kind of loved the way she always talked about how we appear, like our the way we dress, the way we show forth. If we look pitiful, definitely the society and everybody will definitely look instead of helping us, they would rather be feeling this sympathy. They'll be like, oh my god, this and that. But if you act brave, you look brave, definitely nobody will look down on you or something. I think I got my inspiration from her and how you look. That is why I now took my interest to um wigs and anything that will kind of beautify your body. So wigs, hair, something. So that was what I loved. I think that was where I draw my interest from that inspiration. And one of my role models too is her, Madame Betsy, and also my sister. I think because despite everything that has been happening, it hasn't stopped them in one way or the other
Okay, so Naomi, thank you so much. Naomi, let me ask you
to
something. Is
back
there something?
down since they have several that they just want their voice to count. Sir?
Okay. Yeah, thank you, Naomi. Is there something you do and you don't get tired doing it?
Yeah, I think that's when like when I do that, I don't get tired of it. Talking about who I am. Like I don't want them to see me for who I am, but you see me for beyond who I am, like not based on my
Fantastic.
appearance. So I think talking about it, emphasizing on my appearance, but I don't really get tired of talking about myself.
Fantastic.
Sha.
So you don't
Sorry.
get tired of talking about who you are. Okay, okay. So, but is there something you don't like doing that if you're doing it is boring to you? Maybe from when you were in in um in primary school or from when you were from early life, something that you don't really enjoy doing.
And I like I really don't think I have this. Sometimes I don't like this. I don't like doing all this tedious work and
Come again?
bad
I didn't hear
energy
you.
stuff. I don't like. I think anything hard or tedious, like I don't like doing anything. Or
Tedious.
once I perceive the
Okay, go ahead. Because entrepreneurship
and
is
also I don't
tedious.
like
Oh.
so, but it's not that if it is for what I love, I will definitely
Okay.
be
Yeah,
determined to do it. But if
exactly.
the thing is not giving me that vibe, like I'm not in that environment, I'll definitely get tired because I can't believe explaining myself over and over and over again, yet to keep on staying for that person, kind of gets frustrating at some time. I just give up. But if I should still look back at my role models and what inspired me to start on that track, I'll definitely have to go back again. So I think that is how I feel.
So if you
How
have
I'm going so far.
inspirations, you can remain on the track. That's what you're trying to say. Thank you so much. Somebody else was raising his hand to talk about inspirations, what I enjoy doing. Any other person wants to speak about what you enjoy doing very quickly? Thank you, Naomi. Any other person? Any other person wants to speak about what you enjoy doing? Nobody else? Mata and Dabo, Isaac, Esther. Okay,
Okay.
Chidera. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. I should talk about what I love doing.
Exactly what you love doing.
I love doing so many things.
Okay,
I love writing.
you love writing. Okay,
Yes,
fantastic.
I love talking. Like I'm
Good,
interested in becoming a public speaker,
fantastic,
and
fantastic,
I also love taking care of animals and nurturing lives.
fantastic. Now, do you notice that there are some of us who our parents, when we were young, have shouted us down on our strength? Particularly if you love talking, they might have told you you talk too much. Okay, these are times to wake up those strength again. Those things they've told you, oh, you do this too much, but they're just things you enjoy doing. It's time to wake them up and bring your business out of them. Okay, so for someone like this who enjoys talking, what's the first thing you said before going to raising your animals? You enjoy writing. Okay, so if you have a business that has to do with writing, you would find it exciting. Okay, and that's very important for everybody to recognize, notify, and understand his strengths so that you can adapt your business in line with your strengths. Okay, so now I have a question. I'm going to throw a question out to everybody. What's the challenge of doing a business, running a business that does not align with your strength, that you don't enjoy doing? What's the challenge? Who wants to answer the question? A business idea, somebody who doesn't hate calculation but wants to become an accountant, but he hates calculation and his business idea is accounting. What's the challenge that offers you? This kind of question, I should offer chocolate for this question. What can I offer for this question? The first fantastic correct answer. Maybe I should have a pile of chocolates, okay? Then the chocolates will be distributed at the boot camp. Okay, Perpetua.
Yes, good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
Yes. Once someone is into a business that he or she is not does not have passion in, that person will keep being frustrated.
You,
You know, you will be
thank
like, I think I'm putting a round peg in a square hole. You will not be getting it right.
Perpetua, you're talking like someone who has experience. Do you want to share with us?
You will not be getting it right, you know.
you,
You'll
you
just be
want to
struggling
share
there, and nothing good will
you
be
want to
coming
share
out
your
from it.
experience with us, because the way you're talking about it, I can feel you like you've been a round peg in that square hole. Do you want us to learn from you?
I've tried so many businesses, and I
Okay,
discovered the
so
ones I
tell
don't
us
have
that one
passion
that you
in.
didn't have
I
passion
dropped
for. So
it.
tell us how it was. The one that you didn't have, that wasn't aligned with your interest.
Okay, I went into the business of making cake. I love cake as a food for myself, but I thought of doing it as a business. I discovered that I was not getting it right. You know, I wasn't getting it right, and I was like, this is something I love. I love to eat. Is it the business aspect that I'm not good at? So I have to drop it and pick the business I know that I enjoy doing, you know. I was doing it, but I was not happy doing it. The only time I find happiness doing is when I'm eating it, you know. So you'll be seeing yourself being busy, but you're not happy being busy because that is you are doing something you don't have passion in. But if you have passion in it, you will be seeing yourself growing in it and you'll be happy about it. That is what I understand from your question.
Thank you so much, Perpetua. And you're
Thank you, sir.
100% correct. Okay, so let's hear from Khadija and Esther, and then we'll move on. Thank you for being very active in this class. Uh, we would have some gifts for the active members of the class, please.
I pray
So,
to be one of them. Oh.
okay,
All
so
right. Thank
Perpetua,
you, sir.
yes, if you are answering my questions, you'll be one of them. Okay, so
All
let's
right.
have uh, Isaac, Esther.
Okay, I think going into a business you don't have passion for, you lack motivation and drive. Nothing motivates you. You are just there because maybe you are forced to, or you don't have any option. I use myself as an example. Like when I finished my SSC and nothing doing, and my mother thinks she, as of that time, there is no money to further my education, and they have to establish a phone call business for me. I was doing it, and I was doing it in tears. I'll be doing it, I'll be crying. In fact, my customers, they will be looking for me because the situation and the business was situated at the marketplace. I have a lot of customers, but I'll go and lock myself inside and be reading. So I didn't see any passion. I didn't see, nothing motivates me, nothing drive me. And another risk there is this risk of failure. When you are doing a business that you don't have passion for, you see your business will fail, just as I mentioned earlier. And so many of them, so many. Thank you.
So thank you so much. So the assignment for today, before we go into the second half of this class today, is that you are going to write down uh, uh, your vision, everyone. You're going to write down your vision, your passion, your interests, your hobbies, and your role model, and who motivates you. And that's an assignment everyone needs to submit before the next class, which holds on Wednesday. So tomorrow, you will sit down, you write down your visions. That's important. So if you're written it down before, you just go and you put it together and send it to us. Now add your passions, your interests, your hobbies. What do you enjoy doing? And your role model. My passion, my interest, my hobbies, and my role model and my vision. So you submit that before the class tomorrow on Wednesday. So let's look at the meaning of entrepreneurship. So let's look. So what's entrepreneurship? Let's put it out to the class. To you, what is entrepreneurship? So this is the next half of this class. It's about what entrepreneurship means. Joy, simple joy. Tell me, what's entrepreneurship? Okay, I should put down that question in the WhatsApp group. Yes, I will. What's entrepreneurship? Anybody wants to tell us what entrepreneurship is?
Yes, can I try, sir?
Okay, Ladi Dimba. Okay, please go ahead, Dimba.
Okay. Hello? Okay.
Yes,
I should
Dimba,
talk
please.
or I should give Ladi a space?
Who's speaking? Okay, sorry, Isaac.
Yes,
Okay, let's allow Ladi to speak, then you come after. Ladi,
all
please.
right,
Over
sir.
to you.
Okay, sir. No, I wanted to say that you drop that the question because as you are saying it, you cannot hold it all. So maybe you should drop the question for the assignment. Thank you.
Okay, so yes, I will drop the question. So let's go to you, Isaac.
Okay, I think entrepreneurship is first of all, foremost, identifying a business, then going into it for the sake of making gain, to my own understanding. Thank you, sir.
Okay, identifying a business, going into it for the sake of making gain. Any other person wants to add to what Isaac Esther has said? Anybody? Salamatu Muhammad. Okay, Naomi, over to you, Naomi.
Okay, to me, entrepreneurship means identifying a need, then which you turn to something you like doing, then eventually you now turn into a transactional act, like people buy it in the end of it.
Okay.
That's my own idea.
Okay, great. So let's hear from Khadija and then we hear from Janet.
Okay. So entrepreneurship means having your own business and managing it. Managing a business, lead to the activities, be your own boss. That's my understanding.
Okay, Khadija. So being your own boss. Okay, that's good. The boss woman. Okay, so let's hear from Janet. Janet, we're listening to you.
Okay. To me, entrepreneurship means identifying a problem and then providing a solution to it to make an end meet. To meet an
Fantastic.
end.
Identifying a problem and providing a solution. Can you give us an example?
Okay, maybe in your environment now.
Okay.
In your environment, for example, okay, maybe you live in a rural area. I live in a rural area, and I discovered that most of them cannot recharge directly from their bank. And I start a recharge card selling business. So that is, I've identified the problem of those community. They are not learned. They can't use their smartphone to recharge. So, and I go to buy recharge card, I started selling, and they patronize me. So I've solved their problem, and at the same time, I've met my own need.
Fantastic, Janet. Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. And I need more examples of this problem-solving entrepreneurship idea. Ladi, you want to say something? Then Perpetua, we can hear from you. Who has an idea? Some who has seen a problem being solved with entrepreneurship. Ladi Gimba.
So, to my own understanding, Entrepreneurship is turning an idea into a working business.
Okay, that's good. Turning an idea into a working business. Okay. So, have you seen any concept of problem solving like Janet also shared? Somebody who saw a problem and he turned it into and he solved the problem to make a business. Anybody?
Yes, can I talk?
Yeah, please go ahead, Martha.
Yes. To me, entrepreneurship is a process of identifying a need, providing a solution, and along the line, making profit from it. Like when I
Fantastic.
was in university,
Okay, go ahead.
the hostel, our hostel was very far from the market. And to me, I saw it as a challenge. And I took my time to observe what the challenge was. People find it difficult going out to buy things, buy provisions in the market, the school market. I saw that as a need. So I key into it. I started selling provision in the hostel. So I
Fantastic.
sell from in the morning before I go for lectures, people come to buy. In the afternoon, I don't used to be in the hostel. In the evening, when I come back from lectures, I'm just relaxing. People come knock to buy. Because of that, I used to send my classmates that lives in town. I'll get list of items that I know people have needs for more. I will ask them to help me buy when they are coming for lecture the following day. So that was how I was making small money from.
Fantastic, Perpetua. There's a problem and you have
Yes.
a solution to it, and
Yeah, and I was
somebody is
making
ready
gain.
to pay for it. Fantastic. I
Yes.
need more ideas like this. And I think I have a very good class. I mean, the kind of people I have in this class, I am already seeing billions and billions of naira. Okay? Because as simple as what Perpetual shared, as simple as it is how so much billions of dollars have been made. Laddie, you want
And
to say
again,
something? Yeah,
I took my time to observe things because it was a female hostel.
okay.
So those things that people keep
That are
asking,
relevant to them.
yes, I key more in those things.
Fantastic.
I used to buy those things more. At the point, my roommates too, the ones that used to be around the afternoon, they were helping me to sell. If I'm not
Fantastic.
around, I was still making money.
Fantastic.
For the 4 years I was in the campus, it was like that for me. It was my first semester, first year that I observed that, and I key into it. But along the line, other competitors came up, but I was the lead. I was the lead person that started it.
Okay, great. So we'll talk about that again in the later classes, how to manage when other competitors come into your business. But I need more stories like this. Somebody who was able to identify a problem and brought a solution and made money. Any other person? I need two more. Two more.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Yeah, please go ahead. Yeah.
This is Vivian.
Okay, Vivian, go ahead.
Sir, like in the community I stage, let me give an example of if I found out that people usually come out with diabetes and high blood pressure due to taking all these carbonated drinks like Coke. I'm not supposed to call their names, but we all know, like Coke, Martina, and the rest. So, and it's more expensive. So I now went into buying this hibiscus flower, which is which is natural and medicinal to the health because it helps to reduce blood pressure and it nutrifies the body and it's cheaper. So I found out that people then patronize more instead of going for Coke and other drinks like that. Thank you, sir.
Fantastic. You're in a community, you notice a lot of challenges with EL secondary to sodas, and then you brought your own healthy drink and people started patronizing it. Fantastic, fantastic idea. Any other person? Today we're talking about entrepreneurship and we're looking at the different ideas that have succeeded in entrepreneurship. Okay, Queen, I can see your hand. Please, let's have you, and then we can have Mata later.
Okay. Good evening, all. Yeah, yes, while I was in school, because I've always been this person that whenever I find myself in an environment, I just like to look for something I will be able to solve or lay my hands on, so that I will not just look as if I am a liability around where I find myself. So when I stayed in the hostel anyway, immediately I got to school, I was not hearing people saying, I want needle, I want to sew this, I want this, and they wanted thread and all of that. So I just said to myself, I said, since you are in the hostel and it's a female hostel, so and they are complaining of looking for needle and thread, I just told myself, I said, since I don't have the strength to be going everywhere at all the time, I could lay my hand on that. So I started selling thread, needles, attachments, hair cream, and all of that. And I discovered that as soon as I start selling it, money starts coming. So anytime I'm going to class, I have money to spend and I feel good. And at the other end, I see myself sorting other issue. It might be minor, but I was a solution to them in that whole hostel, and the hostel would do. Thank you.
Yeah, very correct, Queen. And that's the beauty. Immediately you started solving the problem, money started coming in. And even you were being a solution, at the same time, your pocket was being happy. Fantastic, Queen. So let's
Yes.
listen to Mata and then we'll listen to Basira Balogun. Okay.
Back button. Zoom. Add a calendar. The list. Double tap to activate.
Mata, you want to speak? Okay. Sorry, Mata, we cannot hear you.
Selected. Meetings tab point 1 of list 5.
Okay.
Hello,
Mata.
good evening.
Okay, please go ahead. Yes.
Mail tab point 3 of 5. Message. Edit
Mata,
box.
go ahead.
What? Double tap and hold the long press. Editing options
Okay,
available.
good evening, sir.
Yes, please go ahead, Mata. We can hear you.
Okay, the business idea. Okay, you talk about an entrepreneurship. Like all what they have said is true. I remember when I discovered that people like buying chin chin. Like when students are going to school, they will like something like this and small chin chin. So I decided to say, okay, let me be frying chin chin and be selling to students. And I discovered that yes, people were buying it. So I discovered that people love buying the chin chin, but sometimes I became lazy to be frying it because I was not having impact on it. Thank you.
Why did you become lazy, Mata? It wasn't making enough money for you, or you were not having enough buyers?
Yeah, because some people were owing and all of that.
Okay, so those are dynamics of business. But you saw that people love eating chin chin, you gave it to them, and they were collecting it. So let's have Basira Balogun.
Camera.
Okay, can you hear me? This is
Yes, we
Basira.
can. Yeah, please go ahead, Basira.
Good evening, everyone. Actually, for my business, my major impact what inspired me to start the business was my own health challenge. I Since I knew myself, I've always known that I had a specific physical challenge, but it was more than the physical. Actually, it was a brain condition that affected my leg. And then something happened when I was 12 years old. I was diagnosed with something they called arthritis. Then I didn't know what it was. But then this was me, a girl of 12, taking very, very strong painkillers. And as time went on, I started noticing very serious side effects, very serious ones. And I'll go back to the hospital and they'll say, sorry, it's your age. Sorry, maybe we should try this. And my body was just changing and changing. And one day I told my mom, I'm done with drugs. And she said, what are you going to use? And I told her, I don't know. And I picked up my phone. Then it was Nokia N series, or the X series. I picked it up and it was her phone then. And anytime she drops her phone, I would just pick it up and start Googling. I was just looking for a solution. And I kept on doing it and looking for something until I started mixing herbs, buying them dry, until I created my own herbal remedy to that inflammation in my joints. And I was able to reverse the arthritis and pain I was feeling. And then I had to go back to the hospital and say, I need an x-ray. Oh. Something is happening. I need an x-ray. And then I did an x-ray and the doctor was like, how come this happened? I said, well, I don't know, but I'm producing something. Doctor said, please bring it. And then I gave it to him. He was like, wow, what's this? And then I did this for a while. But in 2024, when everything got so expensive, I actually stopped. I stopped the business. The business was about to die. And then I went for a training, won a grant, and came back. And that's it. I've been doing that since then. So that's basically my business journey.
Yeah, Vasira, and that's amazing. What's your background? What's your background? What did you study?
Studied educational psychology in university. It has nothing to do with
Wow,
medicine. But today I do a
wow.
lot of research for
So
my
so you
own
can
job.
see that you're sharing a story and a pharmacist is saying, wow. Okay. That's beautiful, Basira. That's beautiful. And I'm sure, do you have NAFDAC on your product now?
No, actually I
Okay.
don't, but we've registered to company level. It's on the
Okay.
limited level now, and we are looking into SON and NAFDAC very soon. As soon as we have a place, we can go with Standard Organization of Nigeria and start NAFDAC
NAFDAC.
graduate.
Oh, fantastic, fantastic. And that's really amazing. So if you understand, so you let's look at arthritis, for example. Okay, and I can expand this for you because I'm in the industry. So managing arthritis with a
But it's
natural
majorly
product.
osteo, actually, more of osteo than rheumatoid, because rheumatoid is in the blood. We can't really manage it naturally like that. But
Okay.
for osteo, we've recorded a lot of success.
Okay. Okay. So what you have possibly is a topical anti-inflammatory, possibly
Yeah.
something that you rub on your joints and then it goes deeper inside those joints and then it helps your body to respond very well to it. And I can tell you that products, if you're talking globally, is about 15-20 billion dollar business. That's a business where we have a lot of non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs as topical agents where they run. So you don't understand it, you may not understand how simple, small solutions that we have might become something large, big, and massive. What does this teach us?
For
Dream
new
big
messages.
first, then solve small problems. And let those small problems you solve contribute to your giant and big vision. Any other person before we go on in this class today? We've really spoken a lot about entrepreneurship, and I think we've done a lot of justice to it. And I like many of the beautiful stories I've had this evening. Anybody else before we go on this, to the other part of this class tonight? Okay. Okay. So in the absence of any other looking at entrepreneurship, and I think we've gotten very beautiful ideas on entrepreneurship. So what I want us to do, is it possible for me to share into groups today, Dr. Chima? Do I have that opportunity to share into groups today? Hello?
Sorry, what was your question?
Is it possible for me to share into groups? To share the team into groups today. Let me see, Doctor.
Okay, I'll just confirm that, okay?
Okay, thank you. Okay, so while we while we go on, let's go on. I would have loved to share us into groups to look at the entrepreneurs we know or admire. Okay, why you want to be an entrepreneur or why you don't want to be an entrepreneur. So, but while we do that, I want us to look at the characteristics of entrepreneurs and characteristics of entrepreneurs. And for this, we're going to acquire a scribe. A scribe is somebody that will be writing the characteristic for us. Everybody is going to mention a characteristic of entrepreneur. Stop share. Who wants to volunteer as a scribe for us today?
Please, sir, can you break it down as a scribe? How?
A scribe is someone to write. Somebody who will help us to write is a scribe. I want to a volunteer of a scribe. Yes, like a secretary. So
More like a secretary, right?
yes, more like a secretary. So you just help us to write while everybody talk.
Is it on the chat room?
Yes, I'm going to bring up a whiteboard. So you write on the whiteboard. Who is Eno? Can you give me the whiteboard, please? Let me see. I think I should be able to bring it out from here. Okay, I can bring it out from myself. Please, carrying as a scribe for me.
Current view is there. Double tap to hide toolbar. To meeting group. Current view is there.
Who is my scribe?
Sorry. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Is it anybody from the participant or from the admin?
No, participant, please, not admin.
Okay, I can do that.
Okay, NA, right?
Yes, sir.
NA, please. Can you see the board?
Yes, sir.
So you just good. Okay, Esther is on the board, and Esther is not volunteering to be my scribe. But NA, go to T on the board, and then everybody is going to mention one quality of entrepreneur that you know. So go to the T, pick the T, and then you type. Okay, so I can see where you are. Okay. So try and come up a little bit, and a little to your left. Oh, you've drawn a long line.
Oh my God.
So just undo, no
I've
issues.
never done this before.
Yeah, we
Sorry.
all have the first day of doing it. No issues. So you use the T and not the pen. You like the pen? Are you an artist? Is there any artist in the house, by the way? Anybody who is an artist? Anybody who draws and paints? Okay, so use the T. So when you use the T, you click on it and then we start typing. So so you'll be the first person. Tell us one quality of entrepreneur. So everybody is going to speak around the table. Everybody. One quality of entrepreneur that you know.
Okay. One quality of entrepreneurship I know is patience.
They are patient, so write it on the board. You are scribe.
I can't seem to figure out this writing.
Just take the T. Go back to the left. Let me see your cursor. Go back to the left side of the board and pick the T. Where you picked that pen from, there's a T there on top of that pen. You just click it. And then you click in an open space and you type patience. Khadija, do you want to help us? Have you been able to do it? Anybody wants to help us with the whiteboard and the scribe? Any other person might want to help us? Just join any.
I really want to help, but I can't find any T. When I click on the cursor, I didn't see any T there.
When you click on the cursor, you will not see anything. So click on the T, then click on the open space and type.
My keyboard.
Then type.
House.
Good. Khadija wants to do some artwork. What is on the screen? Perpetual. Okay, so type Isaac Esther. You are there now. You've given us a yellow box, another yellow dot. So just type rather than do the yellow dot. Click on it and type.
The keyboard is not coming off. The keyboard is not coming off.
Yes,
So I
the
don't-
Okay,
keyboard
so
doesn't
hold on.
come
The
up.
keyboard is not caught up because you picked color. So on the icon on the list on the left, go to the very top. There is a T. Click on the T first. Then you now click on that place where you are putting a yellow dot and type. You have to go to the left, pick the T in the text first. T for text. Then you can now be able to type. Is it clear? No, you've not picked the text. You've only picked the color. What you picked is a brush. So where you pick the brush, there's something else.
So can we just use the chat box instead?
The difference between these and the chat box is that all of us can see as we are typing.
Okay.
And it's very easy. Okay, let me type for us. Okay, what's the first one? Patience. Can you all see patience? Is it visible? So someone else can continue from where I stopped. What's the next quality of entrepreneur?
Risk taking.
Risk taking. Who else?
Good communication skills.
Good communication skills. Can you all see as I'm typing? What else? Who else wants to speak?
But we didn't see keyboard on our own.
Yeah, the cursor is there. You just did not pick it. Okay, next.
Adaptability.
Adaptability.
Can I talk?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay, creativity and innovation.
Creativity.
And innovation.
Okay, everybody who else has not spoken? Joy, over
So
to
I've
you.
spoken.
Okay, Joy, you've spoken.
Double tap
Yes,
to
Sir, can I
activate.
see another one?
Okay, yeah. Khadija, you want to type? Yeah, go ahead. Say another one.
Another
Record
one is
keeping.
passion. Passion.
Yeah, passion. Okay.
So we have
Some-
record keeping.
Somebody said record
The
keeping. Good.
networking skills.
Networking, right? Networking what?
Skill.
Skills. Okay. What else?
Hard work and perseverance.
Hard work.
And perseverance.
Perseverance.
Insightfulness.
Insightful. What else?
A clear vision.
A clear vision, right?
Yes.
Okay.
We have
Accountability.
creativity. Creativity.
Yes, we have creativity already and innovation. What else?
Said punctuality.
Optimism.
Optimism. Oh, I have a very brilliant classmate. Okay, who else?
We
So
have
let's have
honesty.
honesty. So let's have from the deaf cluster, please.
Book recording.
Book keeping.
Good recording.
Yes, good recording. Okay.
That option is the record keeping, I think.
Okay, record keeping is already there. Yes.
We have
Any other?
leadership.
Leadership. Okay. Who else?
We have confidence.
Confidence.
Emotional intelligence.
Emotional intelligence.
We have resilience.
Princess, who touched each the potato?
Resilience.
Okay. Yes. Any other? There are still more. Who has not spoken today? So, Madam Funke, anybody from the left? Teachable.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any other? Characteristics of a good entrepreneur. Juliet, you want to tell us one? Humble.
I've spoken.
Humility.
Another one is transparency.
Transparency.
Yeah.
Okay. Who else? Ibrahim Rama. You want to say something? Who is Xiaomi 2409 BRN2CA?
We have a resourceful.
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 Okay, any other thing comes to mind that we've not added here? Okay, go ahead.
Damilola say continuity. Continuity.
Continuity, meaning perseverance. What does it mean by continuity? Can you help us with it? Madam Funke, does it mean perseverance?
So we have tolerance. Tolerance.
Okay. Okay, good.
We also
Okay.
have curiosity to be
Curiosity.
curious.
Any
Patience.
other? Patience. Yes, we've recorded patience.
Okay, patience is there.
Okay. So
I
beautiful,
think there
beautiful.
is a persistent. Keep persistent.
Persistence. Somebody said discipline. Okay. Any other one comes to mind?
Accountability.
Okay. Yes, we have that already.
Okay.
I have a brilliant class. All of you should give yourself a round of applause. Okay. For this very beautiful and lovely uh, list that you guys have been able to make today. So, everyone, now assignment. Look at this list. Which one do you have and which one do you need to have? Do you understand my question? Do you understand my question? Which one do you have and which one do you need to have? Okay, so that's the next question for your assignment.
Which one do we have?
Yes. Which one of it do you have and which one do you need to have? Okay.
We have
Okay.
everything except
If you look at the list, ask yourself. By the way, I didn't make this list. All of us made the list. Okay. So you need to ask yourself, which of these strengths, what are my strengths? What do I need to have? Okay.
Can we write more than one?
Yes,
Of
more
this.
than one. Yeah, you can write more than one. Everybody has more than one strength. Everybody in this class has several strengths. Okay?
excuse me, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Please, for the entrepreneur of today, one very good quality is tech skills. I think that will be what I don't have enough. So tech skills.
So
Because if
when
your
we talk
business is
about,
not
okay, hold on.
in
So when we
digital,
talk about test skills, we're actually, it doesn't fall within what we're looking at in terms of qualities. So tech skills can be learned easily, okay? But we're looking at soft skills like diligence, like
okay.
no. Some people like to sleep, okay, and it's nothing bad in sleeping. And then so if I really, really like to sleep and I don't like to wake up early, then I need to work on something for me to be a successful entrepreneur. Okay, so do you get that?
Oh, God.
Do you understand? So we're all having things which we need to work on. Okay, I'm going to add maybe most of the things we have written, rewrite them maybe in a way, in a different way, so that we can see. Screen sharing. I don't know whether it's my screen you are seeing or the whiteboard.
It's the whiteboard you are still seeing.
Okay, it's fine. It's fine. So it's basically the same list. Hardworking, self-confident, prepares for the future, sets goal, persistent, passionate, can handle failure, takes initiative, listen to others, can handle uncertainty, committed to the business, develop their skills, reliable, trustworthy, open-minded, willing to take informed risk, and has a vision. Okay, so look at it, compared to all that we have. What are my strengths and what do I need to have that I don't have? Could you be honest with yourself and do a list of three? Not today, ahead of the next class. Is that good?
Sir, is
Are
it
we
three
good?
skills that you have and 3 skills that you need to get?
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Perfect, sir.
Thank you. So can I go away from the whiteboard?
Yes, sir.
Can we have our groups now? Is it possible?
Okay, I dropped a message for you on WhatsApp. Actually,
Okay.
we need to create the rooms before the meeting starts.
Oh, okay. So we can do today. Okay, no issues.
Yes.
Okay, so let's go back to our class. So can you see my screen back? So if we can't have a class. So let's share this reflection together. Let's share this reflection together. The advantages and disadvantages of owning a business. And I want to throw it open to the class. I have the advantages and disadvantages of owning a business. Who wants to help us? 2 people give us advantages and 2 people give us the disadvantages. And then we move first. Okay?
Advantage
Okay.
and disadvantage
Of owning a business. Yes. Okay, who is speaking?
Okay, good evening, everyone.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
I'll go for the so the advantage and disadvantage of owning a business. Starting from the advantage. The advantages are independence, and you also be busy. That is to say, you will not be idle, because having a business is not just about doing something and earning money. It gets your mind moving. It keeps your brain working, even physically, mentally. So you always, because we humans, we need to be working at all times. So having a business keeps you thinking, moving from here to there, trying to analyze how to make your business better. So it keeps you busy. and then most importantly, the income you get from it. So I'll just stop at those few advantages so that others can impute.
Any other
Then
person
the
wants
disadvantage.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Disadvantage. Yeah, please go ahead. Go ahead with the disadvantage.
Disadvantage is that in every business, I believe that there are low times. There are times when you experience low, okay, let me say there are down times. So in terms of losses, and then it tests your patience because you don't expect everything to just go jolly. There are times where, when we say customer or clients will press on your patience, and then it will bring out the other side of you. So if you have money and you're minding your business, you not get to face all of that. So sometimes the frustration, or let me say lack of sales, all those things can temper with your mental health. So those are the little disadvantage I can point out.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Any other person wants to speak to advantages and disadvantages of entrepreneurship today?
Okay, I want to speak on the advantages of entrepreneurship.
Okay.
Number one, I want to say, I want to talk on financial freedom and becoming a boss on your own. You don't need anybody to order you around. And another advantage is job creation. Owning your own business enable you to create job opportunities. We also have a community contribution, just like what my passion is contributing to my community, making food available. You impact life. That's few of the advantages I know. Thank you.
Fantastic. Any other person?
Yeah, good evening, house.
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay, the advantage and disadvantage of owning a business or being an entrepreneur. One, it makes you to be the boss lady of your business. Two, it makes you to take responsibility of the people working under you, their welfare, and how to make your business grow. Three, it makes you want to explore new new phases of your business, and it in other words, making you to take new risk. And the disadvantage of it is that when the business is good, you enjoy it. When it is bad, you face the consequence of it, and it makes you to manage your risk and to avoid unnecessary loss. Thank you very much.
Fantastic, Queen. Okay, Lillian, you want to speak something? Lillian and Tobo?
Yes,
Okay, go
I
ahead.
think we are talking about, good evening, or sorry, my network has been bad. I think we are talking about advantages of an entrepreneur and disadvantages, right?
Yes, you're right.
Okay. One of the advantage is legacy. Building a business that can outlast you and create a lasting impact. I don't know if someone have said it. Hello?
Please go ahead. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Please go ahead.
Okay.
Creating a
And
legacy.
secondly, location independence. Yes. Okay. Legacy.
Okay. Any disadvantage you want to share?
Okay. Unconsented income.
Okay. Income may not be as big at the beginning, so you might need to manage
Yes.
it, right? If I understand
Yes.
you correctly.
Investment risk.
Okay, great. Any other person wants to go ahead? Okay, are you through? You want to say more, Lillian?
I say investment risk.
Risk, exactly. It's also very risky. Okay, thank you so much, Lillian. Any other person want to speak to the advantages and disadvantages of entrepreneurs, particularly anybody that has not spoken today. You've not spoken, you've not contributed in the class today. You want to speak? I tell S something something. Okay, let me continue. So great. I'm happy that we have a good understanding of what entrepreneurship is and what entrepreneurship is not. We've already agreed that we are going to look at the characteristics of entrepreneurs, the ones that we have, and the ones we can improve on. Okay. So I'm going to give you a task. So this is the third task I'm giving you for this class today. Okay. I'm going to give you a task. And then that task requires you going out, living where you are, find an entrepreneur, at least one entrepreneur. You might call the person on phone, you might reach the person physically, but you need to find an entrepreneur and you need to ask simple questions. What is your motivation? Question number one. What challenges have you faced? And what's the best part of running a business? And if you have any advice for an upcoming entrepreneur, please share with me. So, making the third assignment I'm giving you today, who can run through my assignments for me today? The assignments we have today, anybody who remembers them can go over them.
Okay, the first one,
Yeah,
you say
Madam
we should
Janet.
our vision,
Good.
our passion,
Two.
our interest,
Yes.
hobby, and role model to
Fantastic.
be submitted on Wednesday.
Good.
Then the second one from the list, uh, the list about characteristics of entrepreneur. We should look at it. Then we should say the one we have and the one that we need to have. Then
Yes.
this is the third one now. Now, what is look for an entrepreneur? Ask them about their motivation and the rest.
Fantastic. So, can we get these 3 assignments done before Wednesday, 6 p.m.? It's not so much. Do I have our commitment?
Yes, sir. Excuse me, sir. I have a question.
Okay, Chris, go ahead.
All right. The assignment, are we going to submit it in the on the group, or we are going to say it individual? Sorry, sir.
I prefer you submit it on the group chat.
All right, sir.
So
But
there's an
sir,
assignment group. There's a group for assignments. So we'll submit it in the assignments.
the question also should be dropped in the group so that it will be easier for everybody
Okay,
to
we'll do that.
access.
We'll
Yeah.
drop the question in the group as well after the class.
And sir, please, you can also pin it for us.
Okay, we'll pin the questions.
Thank you, sir. Yes, sir.
Any other? So any questions for today? Anybody wants to ask a question? Anything you need clarification?
Excuse me, sir.
Okay, please go ahead.
I wasn't here earlier because once it was 6 o'clock dot, so I tried logging in, but it wasn't working. So it's just now that I just joined in. When I just hear characteristics of an entrepreneur, and I have to answer the question, though I don't know what's the topic of today. I'm so sorry.
Okay. Okay. So I know that there will be an access to we'll share some materials that will give you some better insight into what we have done today. But basically, what we've done today is to understand what entrepreneurship is, and we started by discussing our visions, and we went into entrepreneurship, and then we're looking at how we how suited we are for entrepreneurship. So you're welcome, and it's great to have you.
Thank you, sir. I got the answer. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Yes, sir.
Any other person, question, comments for the class? Okay, so how has today's class been? How many people are bored today? You're tired? Hello?
The class has been interactive.
Okay,
It has been
so
so interactive. I've learned so
okay.
much.
Okay,
It
so
has
I need
been like
okay. So I need two people to tell me what they have been their key learnings from the class today. I need one person from the deaf cluster and one other person. Madam Funke, somebody from your cluster to tell us what their key learning has been like today. Okay. Okay, please go ahead.
In this house, we all eat together. And whoever makes the food together for everyone. Go ahead, David, I quit. I should still serve you. Yes, as what? As a maid, because that is what you are. Now listen to me. You're going to go in.
Lillian Ntobo,
Yes, sir.
you're speaking.
Not really, but I thought someone want to speak.
And guess what?
Okay, maybe Joy. Joy, you want to speak?
With every single meal. Now tell me, what does that make you? A dog. That is what you
Okay,
are.
let's have someone from the deaf cluster first. Madam Funke, is there any of them? Anybody that wants to tell us what they learned? You can unmute yourself.
In this house.
Anybody wants to tell us what they learned today? Or they've not been, nobody. They don't want to say anything.
So let me try and say something, though.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. Though I wasn't here, but I learned a lot. I understand the risk of an entrepreneur and the investment of an entrepreneur, like the interest of an entrepreneur, honestly. Because there are some times that maybe when we are doing business, not knowing that maybe some loans, some will go into loans, they will go and take loan, they don't know the risk. But with us here, what we learn here, we understand the risk and the benefits. So I think I understand that today.
Thank you so much, Lillian. So I need one more person. Any other person? Tell us the key learning from today before we close the class.
Can I talk, Esther?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay, my key learning of today, I've learned so many things, but one thing that stick to me today is passion. Passion and vision in whatever you are doing. You must have passion for it. You don't just go into it because others are doing it. That's the key thing that I learned today. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. And over to you, Eno.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Dotson, for this training. I also learned a lot from it, and I want to congratulate everybody that's here this evening, and also to say that we should take the assignments, seriously, and then so that everybody, when we come back next time, it will be interactive, and everybody will learn from each other. And then also to remind us that the attendance form. There's a link in the comment box in case you missed it. We had dropped it at the beginning of the class, but it's a reminder that in case you've not put your name down on the attendance, please click on the form and do that, because this attendance is actually necessary. Thank you so much. Caleb, do you
Sorry,
have
ma.
anything to say?
Ma?
Hello? Yes?
Okay.
Is somebody saying something?
What I'm about to I want to ask about the attendance. How do we mark it? Sorry.
Just click on the link, go to the comment section. Go to the chat box here, click on the link and fill the form and submit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, ma. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very
All
much.
right then.
Sir,
Any
sir,
more
please don't
questions?
forget to drop the assignment questions. I said, sir, don't forget to drop the questions for the assignment, please.
Yeah, no issues. Yeah, you're welcome.
All right then. We can call it a day.
Okay, bye
Thank you very much.
everyone. Have a lovely time. Catch you on
Bye.
Wednesday. And
All
please
right.
come on time on Wednesday, okay?
Yeah, good night.
Good night.
Jesus.
Good night.
Good night.